But you said it was with the
focus. You gotta turn it on the side. Turn it on though. On the side of the. You want it to be green.
Okay. So my topic is anorexia. I brought this topic up because usually people are always telling me, "Oh, you need a tan. You're so pale," but I honestly don't feel that pale, and I don't want to get dark. So when I tell them I don't want to get a tan, I just say, I don't want to have wrinkly, saggy, ugly skin and moles all over my body just to have tan-looking skin just like everyone else. And so in order to move on and keep talking about this topic, you need to know what it is and the statistics based on it. You also need to know how it affects the individual and other methods of tanning. What is tanorexia? Tanorexia is a combination of the root words tan, anorexia, but it's not really, doesn't have the side effects that anorexia does. It's more of tanning and a compulsive need to always tan. It's a psychological disorder, and it's more of a self-diagnosed thing. And it does not discriminate because any gender can have it. Males and females have been known to have it. It doesn't matter age. Usually you'll see from 9 to the oldest age you'll see. Statistics. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, about 1 million people tan daily. 70% of frequent tanners or girls are between the ages of 16 and 29, and 2.3 million teens tan in indoor tanning salons. And tanning industries make about $5 billion annually. And also each year there's more than 1 million new cases of skin cancer. And there were statistics found out in Australia that young people who tan using tanning beds have up to 1 in 5 chance of getting skin cancer. And then another research in UK from Queensland Institute of Medical Research warned people that people under 35 should not become addicted to year-round habitual tans because they will have a 90% risk of skin cancer. Tanorexia affects the individual physically, psychologically, and socially. Physically, what most people can see are wrinkles, saggy skin, moles, and dark spots. But dermatologists usually use something called the digital skin analysis, which can see pore size, texture, and how much bacteria you have in your skin, and the UV spots, as you can see in that picture. The small little picture at the top is the actual person, but you don't. And then the big picture is what you actually don't see that picture does see. Psychological effects. There's a body dysmorphic disorder where they feel that no matter how much they tan, they always feel pale. They never feel dark enough, and so they keep tanning and tanning. They think that by tanning they feel attractive, when others would think opposite. And if they don't tan enough, they feel unattractive. And it's more likely that tanorexic becomes a drug addict because when you're tanning from sunlight or the UV rays from tanning beds, the UV rays release endorphins in the body, making you feel high, and also, which is a feeling of euphoria. So if tanning doesn't help after a while, they will proceed to other drugs. Social effects. Tanorexics become so preoccupied with tanning that they detach themselves from family and friends, and their grades drop. Cancerous effects. There's melanoma, and they use a mnemonic device called ABCDE to figure out if you really do have melanoma. A stands for asymmetry, B for border irregularity, C for color, D for diameter, and E for enlargement, which isn't up there. Conjunctive melanoma deals with getting eye moles, basically. Nodular melanoma, that's when your moles actually stand out from your skin like there's bumps, and they actually grow, like they don't stop growing. Basal cell melanoma, under that, where you see basal cell and squamous cell carcinoma, you would think that squamous cell carcinoma is more dangerous, but really basal cell is. When you're getting treated for basal cell, you actually have to cut into your skin and remove it, and then you have to go through chemotherapy by applying lotion, like radioactive lotion that peels your skin off. And my medical terminology teacher said that last year she knew a student and that they were talking on the subject of skin and that she was starting to suspect, and so when she went to the dermatologist, she had a basal cell carcinoma. And so they had to remove it, and so they had to put that lotion on half of her face. So by the time her skin finished reproducing, half of her face was darker than the other. And then squamous cell carcinoma, they just have to scrape the top and that's it. Tanning methods. There are safe tanning methods, but they're never 100% safe. Sun tanning with sunblock or sunscreen, that would be considered safer. The difference between sunblock and sunscreen is that sunblock blocks all the UV rays completely, while sunscreen only blocks a few, allowing some through. There's a self-spray tan, a spray tan in the cabins, and then the self-tanning lotion. And then tanning methods that are dangerous is sun tanning without sunblock or sunscreen. Tanning beds, which are said to be 10 to 15 times more strong UV rays than sun rays during the middle of the day. Melanotan is known as the Barbie drug. It's injected. It actually injects some protein that activates melanocytes, which are pigment cells in your skin, which actually activate the production, allowing for melanoma in your skin. And then those are images. People, the top image, they were comparing her to a leather bag. Yeah. And then tan lines. I was looking at that image, and like when I first saw it, I thought they were wearing shirts for where it says tan lines from typical summer activities. But then I noticed, I'm like, whoa, they're tan lines. So in conclusion, anorexia is a psychological disorder that comes with many side effects affecting the individual psychologically, socially, and physically. And there are tanning methods that can be taken to prevent anorexia. So if you start using tanning beds, you will become addicted, and there's no way to turn back. That's it.